Mostly's gonna be gone for like 45 minutes. Right after I'm done doing my word problems.
All right.
What am I doing after my word problems?
I don't know, dude. And something else, dude. Yeah.
And then I'll do my my correction thing.
All right. But just get cracking. Do something. All right. Whoa. It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on space ship Earth. All right, we're here for another edition of Sober Wednesday. The stressed as heck edition, dude. Just fully just stressed as heck. So this is an hour or 54 minutes dedicated to those who suffer. And there's a lot of people who suffer, man. I talked to this young 20-year-old today suffering. I'm out of my mind right now. What? Yes, Bird. What do you got? He's doing his schoolwork.
Is this a minus? I think it's a minus.
All right.
Asking how many did you bring home today?
Yeah.
The minus?
Yeah. Because why? Why do you think it's a minus?
You're asking how many she brought home, and there are 9 flowers in her garden.
Okay, good reasoning. So so it's an hour dedicated to those who suffer, right? Because alcoholism for many of us is we use drugs, alcohol, pizzas, bad relationships, gambling, shopping, whatever it is, to alleviate the pain of suffering that is the disconnection from God, man. And so for this hour, it is for those who suffer to provide a solution. And we all suffer in various forms and shapes. Just because you haven't taken any drugs or alcohol today doesn't mean you aren't suffering. And suffering can be loosely defined in all sorts of ways, but sometimes it's just discontent, irritability. And so that's what we got going on. And so let me open up with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Wisdom to know the difference. I was what? Do your word problems, dude. So was here, fine, here. Because I can't chew a candy and a high chew and talk at the same time. It's not polite.
How many actually did you get?
We each had 2, but you can have an extra one, dude. Because
I just did the schoolwork without making a fuss.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, man. So we're here, Sober Wednesday, dude. It's grateful to be sober, dude, because I'm closer to the solution, sober, than I am loaded, dude. Because when you're loaded, you're just loaded, dude. Here, dude. Here, dude. All right, there you go, dude. Yeah. So I'm a little overwhelmed, man. I have to admit the overwhelming nature of reality. It's funny. I was super relaxed.
I'm just really quick.
Okay.
I colored this all by myself.
Excellent. Okay. Well, if we're the sober thing, dude. So you just go do your word problems, Bert. That's your assignment, bud. Okay, please. And then we'll read about the March on Washington. All right, dude. Enough, dude. This is for.
It might look upside down, but it says building the reality.
Building the reality. Good for you, dude. So I woke up overwhelmed. I made conscious contact with God. I made a video about it because it's again is what is it, man? I don't know. Sometimes there is no solution sometimes. And what do I mean by that is like sometimes you just got to be in that disconnected, disjointed vibe and just do the next indicated action. So this morning I got up and I was just like, I got 10 things to do. I got to pick one of them, and no, I'm not going to get 9 other things done today. And that's where I'm at. It's like I'm getting all my receipt, my stuff, dude. I mean, these are my printouts for like my taxes to send to my accountant, dude. Like, it's real, dude. And and it isn't at the same time. So that's always it's always stressful, that kind of stuff. And financially, just I got the fear, man, and trying to make things happen and do it owl, like you need owl. Your job is to do your stuff and buckle down, and it's not about getting the eat. Like, I know you like to get the right answers, but we'll check it out when we're done.
Is that right?
No, I'm not going to answer it. Like, you're not going to interrupt me. Just put your head down and do your schoolwork, okay, bud? Like, you owe, dude. So so I one of those things. So I made a video kind of laughing about my own insanity, because again, the mountains don't care. Like, that's the one thing I always look up at the mountains. I just go, they don't care. They don't care whether I pull it, don't pull it, get loaded, stay sober. The mountains just don't care, dude. And but I do, right? Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't be trying to figure it all out, dude. Right? I wouldn't be balancing things out. I wouldn't have any of the things going on. I would just be like, bah. And for many of us, we could get there. We could get the bah with the drugs, the alcohol, the weed, the blow, the shopping, the cheese pizzas, the cookies, whatever it is. But they don't work eventually. Eventually, you just got to face it. Got to face the reality. And so then I called this kid back who reached out and said he needed some to talk. And it's very interesting. Just like, that dude is way underwater at me at 20, dude. And so, and then it was funny. I talked to this kid and I was like, dude, like, at least I'm moving forward. And then I just kind of got busy and kind of got a bunch of stuff done and kind of was in a pretty good zone and printed up some t-shirts and started some work on my art and, got all the saws out and, just doing the stuff. And then I went and I was like, all right, it's Sober Wednesday. I got to go hop in the shower, get all cleaned up, dude. And then Owl comes in and he's like, the chickens are up in the tree, dude. Like, and it's dark, right? So we're taking care of the baby pigeon, dude, raising the baby pigeon by hand, which means that our little heat lamp we have in the chicken thing's not there. So they like their little red light to go into. So they're protesting. They don't have a red light. By climbing up into the tree, dude. And so all of a sudden it's dark and I just got out of the shower and I was like, the chickens are up in the tree. So I like, it was like that weird thing where like, it just got me super stressed. The chickens aren't cooperating. And the chickens aren't cooperating. And my alcoholism's like, dude, I'm just cutting this tree down tomorrow, dude. Like, like, that's how I'm going to solve the problem. Cut the tree down tomorrow. But I'm like, I'm not cutting the tree down. But I mean, like, that's where my mind went. And then the chickens were just being difficult and kept going further up in the tree, dude. And it was just like a whole thing. And it just got, and then you know how it is like there's leaves falling in my shirt. And I just got out of the shower and I just got super irritable. And, and then when you get super irritable, you've already lost the plot, dude. So how do we reel it back in? Well, God, in all of God's infinite wisdom, was like, dude, it's 6:30, dude. Don't you got sober Wednesday? And it's like that thing, like, I don't want to do it, dude. Like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do it. But the answer to my problem is getting out of me, dude. It's like getting out of my own way. Getting out of my, it's like that thing, man. It's like, it's all gonna be okay. Even though it's like a tidal wave right now. There's just a tidal wave of, and it's not like a bad vibe. It's just like, I gotta make some curtains tonight. You know, it's just like, it's just things, dude. It's just a lot of things. It's just but really at the end of it all, there's dude, look at that, dude. That's really like a scummy way to go about it, dude. I have to admit, dude. I'm just like, that's super disappointing, dude. But I like, it's just that's just a low vibe. Don't bring the kids into it, dude. So that's where it is. Like, just and so let me see what's I was watched the Thor video. It was great. I found myself drifting into the wood around the last couple of days. Smoking is hella danger from new. Great job. Opportunities ahead. I can't ruin it. Yeah, that weed will get you. I meditate in my own way. When I'm doing my art, dude. When I got my Sharpies, that's my like meditation thing. I'm not a yoga dude. It's not my jam, man. How's everyone, dude? What's going on, Paul Bird? What's going on, Paul Bird? Zod, there's like a new emoji, dude. We got Resto Man, Jeanette, Barry Hall, and what? Thanks, Paul Bird. I appreciate that. What's up, buddy? You got I need an assist?
I'm pretty sure this is a minus.
Which one?
This one.
Dude, today 6 chicks hatched from the farm, and now there are 25 chicks running around. How many chicks were there yesterday, dude? So, what do you think it is?
Minus.
When? Why?
Because they're asking how many chicks were there yesterday, so they're trying to like. So you gotta.
All right, I like your reasoning.
Is that right?
I just like your reasoning. Now you go do the answer, and then when we're done with this, you'll find out if you were right or wrong, dude.
I don't know.
Well, just stick to your reason. I like your reasoning, dude. Like, that seems reasonable. Like, you have a reason. Follow through.
I just don't know if it's right or not wrong.
I told you, I'll tell you when they're right or wrong when you're done, dude. You'll know that your reasoning is correct.
Huh?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. So go do your thing. But
how am I gonna add?
What?
How am I gonna add them together?
You're not. Didn't you just say it was a subtraction?
Mm-hmm.
Do your schoolwork, dude.
How am I gonna subtract them?
You know how to do it. No, dude. No. You know what to do, dude. We're
It equals 19.
Yeah. Fantastic, dude. Word problems, man.
Bless me, dude.
He's doing his word problems, man. So that's the thing, right? Is simple program for complicated minds, man. And so with that, Owl, you know what to do, Bird. Like again, please, like just what?
I just said
Chicks. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was just reading my thing.
So speed squares are questionable today, man. Although I didn't have mine. I did one of those like things. I had to hang up some curtain rods today, and I was like kind of dreading it. And it was one of those things where like it was like a trip with like the triple hangers on the curtain rods. So I got my top screw, right? And then I leveled out, got my 2 side ones, and then the very last screw, I hit a nail, dude. I was like, dude. And so at first I was like, it almost was a speed square moment. And then I was like, wait a minute, dude, go get a metal drill bit and just drill through the school, dude. And boom, dude. I'm a broke 24-year-old Mason apprentice, but I'm gonna support the one and only Hamish. Any new shirts or hats? No, nothing new yet. I'm working on. I gotta call Andrew and work on it. The lines are too fine on my thing for the. I can't. Yeah, but they're coming, dude. It's one of those. It's one of the projects that fell to the side today. That's what I call my tough days. It helps. But anyway, so it was that's what I call my tough days, dude. Yeah. It all worked out because then I was in like conscious contact and I was kind of floating in the thing. So right. So how do we get to how it works? Like so we're sitting and thank you, my broke 24-year-old Mason apprentice, dude. Hard work. That stuff's gonna pay off in the long run, dude. Hard work. I don't get it, dude. What's the point of trolling? What's the point of end stacking, dude? It's just kind of like a low vibe, dude. I gotta say it like that's like it's just like dark soul, man. And invoking stuff like that's a dark soul on you, dude. But whatever. There is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now, dude. So rarely have we. I'm gonna read the anyway. This very dark, right, Charlie, dude? Well, use your man. I won first place in a block wall contest in my class of 20 plus super. Good for you, dude. Solid, dude. I found that trolls are just avoiding the work, pretty much, dude. Well, so like I said, there is a program laid out. It's like 2 pages long, and I'm gonna read it. Normally I read it at the beginning, but it's chapter 5, how it works from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not affiliated with AA in any way. We are not associated with AA, but you know what? This is a pretty handy little piece of literature. And if you can only get the this 2 pages to work for you, dude, it is a program for a solution. Yeah, I got what you're saying, Paul. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. They're such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They're naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we're like now. If you've decided what you want, what we have, and are willing to go any length to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. At some of these, we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measured availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct demands to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Sought through prayer and meditation. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood and praying only for the knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all of our affairs. Many of us exclaim, what in order? I cannot go through with it. Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he were sought. That one is correct, by the way.
Are they all correct?
And you got through. Yeah, but like, why? Like, so what's the problem here, dude?
I don't understand what that means.
What means?
This.
Marty?
Mm-hmm. Marty said that if he had 45 more chocolate chips, he could bake a cookie that needs 120 chocolate chips. How many chocolate chips does he have now?
What do you think it is, plus or minus?
Minus.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Great, thanks.
Why do you think that?
Because it's a minus, okay?
That's not like a reasoning, dude. Like,
oh my God, you're kidding me.
I'm not going to bug you too hard because I got this going on. Just, it's a minus, dude. You were correct. Why made the world a bit different? And I'm well worth the effort. And I will take the city to be a little bit more beer. What? Al, can you got to just do your thing, dude. Why made the world a bit different? I'm well worth the effort. And it will take me to the city to be a little bit more fear. If I can get to, I'll be sure it'll be no problem to have. Ben, to like 4 or 5 of these vids, and just want to appreciate time that you put in your out on your schedule to help others. Thank you, Barry. What is it, bud?
How am I gonna?
You know how to do that at this point.
The one's just a...
What, dude?
How?
Well,
how do I?
Well, where are you gonna borrow the one? Where are you gonna borrow the 10 from, dude? What's your first move, dude? Yeah. Okay. That becomes a what? Then where does that one? There you go. Boom.
Oh, that's 11.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, come on, man. You know all this, dude.
Okay.
See, I want to answer the question, dude. Anyway, if we pray on our how will you would love how you worded in your previous video. You mentioned living in addiction is living in fear and eventually becomes cemented that you it sounds about right, dude. I don't know.
It's 120.
Yeah, that's correct, dude. Al, can you just like wait to get the no, just move on to the next question and we'll check them when you're done, okay, bud? Like, you can't bug me every time there's a
oh, can you rip out this page?
Okay. You didn't write your full answer down, but
It's good that I write the columns.
All right. No, you got to write your answer out. What is the answer, dude? You know?
Oh, okay. 75.
75 what?
70.
It's a word problem.
How would I just write 70 chocolate?
Okay, fine, dude. Chocolate. Okay. So let's see. Marty's gonna have a stack cookie with that. Yeah, geez. Marty's pulling a flim flam, dude. Let me see, Max. I love how you previous video. Yeah, that eventually becomes cement. You made me think of the term habit. Thank you for the perspective. Right on. Appreciate it. So that's it, right? Like it's hectic, man. But that's the beauty of it all, right? We wouldn't want it any other way. I was tripping out this morning, right? I was tripping out is the same amount of confusion that I had this morning about everything I needed to do and what I was going to do and prioritizing my list and all that stuff, sitting there looking at the mountains. Dude, it was the same confusion I had sitting in the beer aisle, dude. like there's never, it's the same confusion, dude. It's not that it's all conquerable in that sense. Once I realized that it's just my mind glitch. It's just how my mind sees things. And it's like, I got to take a step back and be like, okay, dude, those are just the glasses I'm looking through, right? The new pair of glasses, dude. I'm tired of tripping out. Don't trip out, dude. Okay. It's a great day. Yeah, it is a pretty great day to be alive, man. I'm tired of tripping out. Yeah, that's the thing. Like there was something I realized today in my thing as I wasn't tripping out about it. Like I think that's one of the gifts as you move further along the path of sobriety is like the problems problems like change, but the same sort of mental dynamic occurs, but you just stop tripping out on it. Like you just don't take it that seriously anymore. Like 13 or 14 years into this thing, like I'm not biting as like I used to. Like today I had it like a big block of like that like irritable discontent this morning, and then I regrouped, pulled it through, talked to someone else. I was of service to a fellow tribesman out there, and then I got through the day, and then I got super agitated about with the whole, I don't even know why I was bummed about the chickens, but it just was like, I was super like, didn't want to have to climb up a tree, but should be blessed to climb, right? Perception. And then I passed right through it, and then yep, that's, what'd you say?
I said, yep, you better enjoy your life.
Yeah, words of wisdom right there.
Or you just don't enjoy anything.
Better enjoy your life, or you just don't enjoy anything. Yeah. No. You can laugh about it all week. It doesn't have to be all horrible. No, dude, that's the point. Like there's a difference. Is like it is subject to my engagement. Like if I wanted to be like, then it is. Like today was one of those days where it was like stressful, but I wasn't irritated about it. Like I've had non-stressful days where I'm more irritated, dude. You know what I mean? Like it sort of trips in that space, man. Is it really is just a total perception. If I choose to perceive like that, then it's chaos, man. And then I can actually sometimes sit back, and it's not that big of a, but it is. If that God could and would if he were sought, man. The boring days are for the win, dude. Boring days for the win, dude. Yeah. It's fantastic. If we look at space, there's no such thing, dude. We can't look at space, dude. But yeah, that's one of those things. I don't look at that anymore without being utterly confused. Andrew went to my first meeting. The last week has been a huge turnaround, a lot of work ahead, but I know it's a step in the right direction. Asking for help is very powerful. Thank you. I'm glad you called me, brother. I was funny. I was thinking about you today when I was going to check in on you, see how you've been doing, dude. Good for you, man. Yeah. Just a second. Just a second. I got the teenager texting me right now about something important. And get all organized. Okay. With that said, boom, now I'm back. Multitasking on this one. I used to get a feeling in my gut and almost a haze of my reality. Then I'm down in the gas station and 25 beers later, boiled it down to an emotional whirlwind of reaction. Yeah, it's all chaos, dude. But again, it's like that's all I can really like offer on one like level is whatever it is, the fact of the matter is the drugs, the alcohol, the whatever it is, only prolongs it. Like the sooner you just sit in the thing, whatever it is that's got you jammed up or it's overwhelming you or confusing, the minute you just kind of like get to the point of like, all right, like I'm not going to run from the whole thing, it becomes like reasonable to handle. You know what I mean? And so you get to this place where it's like, all right, like it's all gone sideways. It's madness. It's super sunny out and beautiful out, but I'm feeling irritable and discontent. Like, all right, don't run from it. What does that mean? Well, what does that mean is it's like, again, it's the whole thing of just, there's no such thing as multitasking. That was like one of the things that one of the gifts again of sobriety is there is no such thing as multitasking. It's just one thing at a time. You can only do one thing at a time. And the minute you realize that, it kind of like mellows everything out. Like like you're like, okay, like, well, what's the one thing I can do right now to put this ship in the right direction? And it's like, yeah, you could just totally bypass the whole thing and go get a 24 pack or rip a bong or snort some yayo or do whatever, eat 50 pieces of pizza. But at the end, it really is just sitting down and making a decision. I was listening to this thing the other day, right? And it was about what? Hold on. Who needs to know? Okay, let's see. Oh, you're doing okay, you're doing money. How much does an orange cost? All right, bam. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, 50 cents. Oh, look, you're getting like bonus. There's sure you don't have a ballpoint goes there's been an eraser. If the ballpoint pen costs, say how much is the eraser? Good work. All right. Yep, they're all correct.
Yeah, I thought that the last one might be a plus.
Yeah, well, you're doing it. Yeah. I am 1 month and 18 days away from 1 year sober. I haven't religiously watched this channel for around a year ago. I started watching here, and then I wanted to quit on my own. Yeah, well, you know, as I dude, make that year, man. You're right in the thing, dude. Once you go, I'll tell you what, dude. Going around the sun one complete time or going through one solar cycle and experiencing every day as a sober person really does make one day relatively easy. Like that is the weird thing. Like there's like time traps in the day. Like there's like these time traps that I realized that like where time seems to be like like today's what, February. Oh, it's February 1st. See, I thought it was the 2nd, dude. It's February 1st. There's no such thing as multitasking. That's a myth. And you can only do one thing at a time, dude. I would just want to thank you because you weren't you. Kenny Pishinshin. Yeah, I appreciate it. Let's hang, dude. Yeah, dude. Is this Is this my Anthony, dude? Is this my Anthony, or is this just the an avatar Anthony? Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. Is it? Are we gonna see Puxatawny Phil do Groundhog Day? Yeah, dude. It's a little bit of Groundhog Day today, dude. It's like when you kind of wake up and you do the same thing over and over again, dude. It's headed to the men's meeting. I got 6 months, bro. Good for you, Corey. Solid, brother.
My sister's gonna be here.
Yeah. Well, this isn't your stream. Good for you, buddy. Oh, yeah, he's stoked. Sissy's coming up for a visit, dude. Good for you, Corey, man. 6 months, man. That's no joke, dude. No joke, my brother. This cup of coffee's for you. And so, you know, it really is.
Dad, is this right?
Yeah, let's see. Yes, that's correct. Go. Finish those up, dude. Come on, get cracking, dude. You owe me pages from the last couple of days anyhow. So
No, it's good. Let's get this. No, I'm done.
All right, well, get busy.
Wait, but is this a plus or a minus? That one.
You tell me.
Minus.
Why do you think so?
He's asking how many pennies does Sally have?
Oh, I was reading the wrong one. Yeah, because you. Okay. Yeah.
I have an itch.
Well, but why do you think it's a minus, dude?
Because they're asking how many Sally has.
And okay. And okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Am I right?
Dude, we're getting all of them, dude.
What, troll?
Yeah, super troll. Hide user on this channel.
Wait, what did that guy say?
I don't know. Who cares? Go do your math, dude. Let me do the thing, dude. Please, come on. You know the drill here, dude.
I know the drill.
You're being super distractive, and that's like the one like where it's like I don't like appreciate it, dude. How toxic do you have to be to show up and do that in a place where people are trying to be better? It's the best part. Like that's the hottest part about it, dude. That's what it is. Like there you go. Call that alcoholism.
Whoa.
That's what it looks like, dude. Constantly poking and looking for a way in and trying to disrupt and get in the thing, just throw you off. And like you bite sometimes, you're like, oh, dude, like, yeah. And then most of the time you're just like, oh, dude, delete. But every now and then it sneaks past the wire, right? Because it wants you to jump in and get all like up in there and blah. People, yeah, but again, I don't even think of it as like people, man. That like it's the outside world is a reflection of your inner self, right? So what really is trying to come across the radar? It's the ego, it's pride, it's the alcoholism, which exists in the disruptive nature of what we are. But then you focus on the thing, and you're like, all right. My mission's to be of service, right? Like my mission's to be of service, which trumps that whole card all the way through, dude. All right, come here. Well, you
go through all the way.
It's because you gotta get down low, dude. You gotta get like all the way down in there. Hold on, dude. I don't know why that move over here, dude. I get super annoyed. You gotta stop bugging me, dude. You're throwing me off.
So I won't bug you anymore.
All right, just do your math, dude. And then we'll go read the March on Washington stuff. And there you go.
No.
Yeah. Service to God. You have to have a level head and seem to know. Well, I don't think yet, like right from wrong, it's not even no, it's just obvious, dude. Spirits move through the people. You get to choose which ones you make their life known through you, good or bad. It's a choice. Yeah, it's a total choice. But I guess is it really like that is like if you get to like the how it works, man. We admitted we were powerless. So is it really a choice? Like that's the real weird rub with the whole thing with alcoholism, right? Is it a choice? Or if you're powerless, right? If you're going to be disruptive and not do your math, like I'm going to have to lay down some consequences, dude.
I wasn't over there.
Yeah, dude, but we made a deal, dude. You don't get to like try to work me because I'm like live, dude. Like you know what you're up to, dude. Well, go in the living room then, dude. Finish up your math and go in the living room, man.
I just get really distracted whenever you do it live stream and I'm doing my schoolwork.
Well, you're almost done, dude. So finish it. You've got what, 5 problems left to do? So you can either like look, you can either buckle down and do the 5 right now, or give me like
I got
30.
9.
9? Okay, well, you can either do 9 problems right now and get it done like a champ, or you can give me 45 tomorrow, dude.
I know.
Yeah. It's all about the environment. I don't know, dude. I think it's a subtler thing, dude. We were powerless over alcohol that our lives have become unmanageable, dude. Because again, it's the thing. That's the joke about the mountains don't care, dude. The mountains don't care if you drink, dude. The mountains don't care if you use, dude. The only one who really cares at the end of the day is you and God, right? And the reason God cares is because God's like, dude, like, why are you like not like rolling hard with me? Because I have like this endlessly abundant, beautiful reality for you, but it's not going to come across the plate the way you think, dude. It's full of like and you have to be willing to take the path, right? So it's that thing of like ultimately like as I trip as the alcoholic, right, is and I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing. I was like sitting there this morning. It's like to admit that I was powerless, dude, right? And I'm like, okay, God, like, what do we do? What is it? Like, what's the next move? And I'm looking up at the mountains, and the mountains are like, dude, we don't care. Like, do whatever you want, man. So like I'm powerless, right? So like the minute I'm go to powerless and I go to God, God's like, dude, here, let me just show you what to do next. Let me just like move you in the direction to do whatever is ever next, man. And then you just start moving towards that thing. And then you're kind of in it. And then self-will kind of guides you over there for a bat, but you kind of move back over in the thing. And so it all really is just this unmanageability to the core, dude. Because I don't have the ability to manage any of it, man. Like I can't manage my perception. I can't manage the mountains. I can't manage any of it, dude. But I can do the next indicated action, which isn't management. It's literally just being like, okay, I'm going to do this next. Let me see. I talked about alcohol and demonic portals in one of the sobriety videos, and I feel that me and my friends would be experiencing craziness. I'm sure you're not, dude. Alcohol is a spirit, spirit, and definitely not a friendly one. But like that's the rub with it. Like, if it didn't work, you wouldn't have gotten spun out of it. Like, right, it's a spiritual malady, it's an allergic reaction, it's a mental obsession, right? If alcohol didn't work, you wouldn't get spun out. And the fact is, it worked too well, and then it didn't work at all, right? Like, if I look at, if we're really like straight up about what alcohol is alcohol is a life-giving solution that gets you far enough down the food chain to ask God for help. Like, I wouldn't have asked God for help if I was like a normal dude going about my business, dude. Like, I wouldn't have asked for God for help if the alcohol hadn't worked. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the alcohol worked and then it didn't, and then I was left with what now? And you're trying for years and years to like get it to work again. It's just never going to work again. It has fleeting examples, like fleeting moments. So I'm not like a big one that's on the whole like 32 days sober, good for you. Is like that's where like I don't get into the whole abstinence thing. Like, that's not the problem. Like that's not the problem. It doesn't work. Like, what, like, you get to the point where like if abstinence is like the thought, like there, maybe it still works. I don't know, dude. But like sobriety is the realization that like it never was the alcohol, it never was the drugs. It was always your perception of on reality without God was painful. And then you realize that you needed God to have a painless experience or less painful experience down here, because like you don't got to drive the car anymore. God's going to help you get from A to B, dude. All you got to do is sit in the passenger seat and like high five God's like super rad drifting skills, dude. Like, you know, so it's that thing where yeah, like that, like if it wasn't for the drugs and the alcohol, do I get to have sobriety and realize that it was never about the drugs and the alcohol were just a tool to get from A to B. Like, I don't recommend people using drugs and alcohol to find God. I'm just saying that the point of the drugs and the alcohol were they kept me alive long enough to find God. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I go back to when like the drugs and alcohol hit, I don't know where life takes me, dude. Like, if I hadn't had that, I don't know if I could have ever relaxed enough to get through my 20s. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I got through my 20s as a renegade, like drug and alcohol fueled, like lunatic, dude. But it served me because like I was able to be crazier than the world around me. So the world around me couldn't really inflict more pain that I was inflicting on myself, if that makes any sense. And then in the 30s, I'm like, oh, dude, like this is pretty wonky, dude. And then you suffer out on that thing because you don't know where to go, dude. You still know that like the drugs and the alcohol do something. Do they do what they did when you were 20? No, dude. Do they do what they did when you first smoked out? I remember the first time I ever got like super stoned over at this dude Chip Repass's house, and we were eating Lucky Charms and it blew our minds, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like will it, like that was the thing. Like that was like, oh my God, like this is way better than that, dude. I remember my first getting hammered and it's like, oh, okay. And then you roll on that for a long time, dude, because you're in the zone. You're in, like, that's the weird thing where like I don't view drugs and alcohol as bad. I view them as an actual like life-giving solution to people that don't have the ability to find God and don't have any other way to find God. That's what we're trying to do here, dude, is offer people a solution to that like you don't need to use the drugs and alcohol if they're not working for you. If they're working for you, like great, dude, like super fantastic, dude. Like lucky you, dude. My hat is off to you. But like for most of us, they don't work, right? And so you get to the point where it becomes very painful down here, and you don't know where to go because like it's not written on the side of the walls, like, oh, this is what you do. So you're here and you're like, and then you go, oh, because you're thinking about blowing your brains out, dude. because like that's where it gets to at a certain point. Like when the drugs and alcohol don't work, what are you going to do? Because you don't have God. The drugs and alcohol don't work, and you're just sitting in this painful existence that you've allowed to be created in your honor, dude. So are you going to honor it by getting sober? Or are you going to sit there and be a victim and yeah, you can do that for decades under a freeway overpass in some crazy, crappy city in a tent too, or you can do it in the backseat of a Bentley with like super high class hookers, dude. It doesn't matter like what end of the spectrum you got going on, man. Some of the people closest to blowing their own minds out are people that have families and income and houses, and everything on the surface looks good, but underneath their ducks and their little feet are treading water, because like none of that solved the problem either. So they've got everything going on, and they're drinking. The disconnect from God, because the minute you go to God, you're like, okay, like the mountains don't care, dude. Like, okay, so what are you going to do now, dude? Mountains don't care if you blow your brains out, dude. That's the rub, dude. So whatever that escapism, like, oh, do over, like, oh, back at it again, dude. Or maybe you just don't get to go there again. I don't know, dude. All I know is, man, like for many people, dude, better to go suck down a fifth of Jack Daniels in your reclining couch than blow your brains out, dude, tonight. You know what I mean? But don't do either. Like call someone, pick up the phone and ask someone for help, dude. Like if that's where it's at, like you don't have the balls to call someone for help and you want to blow your brains out, when you don't want to call the 988 number or the 1-800 number, all the numbers, and call another human being and go, hey man, is there a solution for this painful existence? And they go, yeah, there is, dude. And you go, okay, better to have a drink than blow your brains out, because then you got another shot at it tomorrow. But then again, you could just go do something stupid too. So I don't know, man. All I know is for sure, but due to the grace of God, I made it this far, dude. I got sober, dude. I don't know how it stuck. I don't know how I didn't kill anyone along the way. I don't know, dude. I don't know how I got here. But I'll tell you what, dude, is I made it far enough in the thing to ask two dudes in front of a liquor store for help, dude. Two dudes, David and Joe. Somehow, like I managed to survive. If I think about the final 5 years of my active drugging and alcoholing, dude, that's the only thing that kept me alive. I was so like spun out in Hiroshima and Nagasaki and like spun. But I limped along long enough till I was all done with my thoughts about, I got all the answers. I got all the answers, dude. It wasn't until I stood in front of that liquor store with those two dudes and I'm like, dude, you guys got some answers? They're like, yeah, we got a path. We got this for you, dude. Are you ready to buckle up? You ready to be of service? You ready to join up? You ready to be part of a fellowship and get your act together? Sure, because you know what I'm doing ain't working anymore. I can't get drunk enough. I can't get stoned enough to stop the misery of this existence. Like, I've painted myself into a corner. I got nowhere to go, dude. I had nowhere to go, dude. Like nothing, nowhere, dude. And it's like, okay, like you can keep doing that. And eventually you're going to have to like take the exit out, or you could ask for help. Like that's it, man. It really comes to, it's just about asking for help, dude. And all these things, dude. It's super hard. I got it, man. It's not the easiest thing in the world. That's why the alcoholic drug addict has to be beaten down, dude. Like the final, and your beat down can be way higher. Like my friend I talked to last week, dude, who was in the chat earlier, dude. His low points way higher than mine ever needed to be, dude. I needed to get, but mine was way higher than I like some other stories out there. So it's like, all you got to do is find the place where you're comfortable to put down the shovel, dude. Put down the shovel and ask for help. Hey, help, dude. And the thing is like it's what are you doing? Are you doing your mouth bird? You finishing that up? Good man.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not even on my last. Wait. Can I just do 3 pages?
No, you got to finish the thing.
Which page I gotta do another whole page. I didn't finish.
Yeah, well, just finish it up. Then we're done, dude. Oh well, it's time anyhow. So yeah, you're good, dude. You've been a champ back there, dude. So anyway, Grateful Ed, can you send the my 68-year-old father served as a minister for over 30 years, curling an empty shove, a person drunk every day. Oh, that's sad, dude. That's gnarly, dude. That's so gnarly. And so there's the 3-digit code 988, dude. There it is, man. If you're thinking about blowing your brains out or doing your life in, dude, call that 988 number, dude. We need you. Your life force, your energy. God loves you, dude. There is a solution out, man. There really is, dude. Trust me. I've been at the brink. I've been at the brink in sobriety. I've been at the brink many times. I suffer from that solution-oriented reality, dude. Like, oh, I just check out, bro. Ah. And you know what? Every time I've ever thought that, dude, I get to the other side of that moment and I realized, like, dude, it's all okay. So buy yourself the night. Pick up the phone, call the 988 number if you're in the United States, and just say, help, dude. I can't do it anymore. And someone on the other side is going to talk to you, and you're going to be okay, and you're going to get through it all, and you're going to find on the other side, dude. And the Canadian suicide prevention number is 1-833-456-4566, dude. So don't do anything permanent, man. Just get with God. Just listen. And on the way out the door, the simplest prayer I know is this: help, dude. Just get on your knees and ask for help, dude. And God will send in the cavalry, dude. And it's usually like a telephone sitting right next to you, dude, where you just type in some numbers. And look, if you're an alcoholic drug addict, you can pretty much find a central office in anywhere in the Western world. Just type in your YouTube Blue Belly, hang in there. Just type in your city AA central office and meetings, and a number will come up, and you can call those numbers and go to those meetings, and there's someone there who will be of service to you, dude, and help you get out of the predicament that we all find ourselves, man. It just don't work anymore. It's time to change your pants. Get your adult gear on, man. Get your adult gear and ride the rails. So with that said, on the way out the door, we just end with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Okay, you're exhausted, dude.
Just check this.
All right, dude.
I'm like tiredly exhausted.
All right, dude. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I know how to. Okay. All right. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.